Hey, good evening, y'all. Hope everybody had a great Sunday. I had a great Sunday. I have been working my ass off since 6 o'clock this morning. Um, yeah, laundry is caught up. Corner, that is all auto, motorcycle, and travel. Battery, lawn care, kind of a collective. It's dysfunctionally organized, but I know what's in that stack. There's some, like, let's see, because you buy fixtures for a house, for like drawers, the handles and stuff. I have boxes of extra because it's cheaper to buy the shit in bulk than it is to buy it individually. So I have extra friggin' knobs. I have the knobs that I used to have and extra of the new ones that I bought, just did a little bit of rearranging. Like, that's not staying there. Yeah, I have two china cabinets. One was my grandmother's, one was my grandfather's. And I had literally come on, fungus gnat, go away. Go. Find a plant. So I can kill your offspring. Anyway, and my grandmother's I had basically set up to be an apothecary for years. And I realized that my collection of stuff is outgrowing her china cabinet. So I've been gradually moving all of my stuff into my grandfather's because it's bigger. So in any case, my grandmother's is going to get refurbished, refinished, and we're going to take all of that's on that. Well, actually, it used to be part of a crib set that matched my daughter's crib, but I didn't get that until after my daughter was grown. I acquired that while we were in Germany. They were cleaning out some stuff, and that was left behind from the previous unit housing, whatever. And I said, I could really use that. And one of the NCOs was like, you want it? And I was like, can I have it? And they're like, yeah, we'll load it up and bring it to you. Which barracks room are you in? So I've had it ever since. Anyhow, and it has done its diligence for what I've needed it for over the years. However, it needs a new responsibility, so we're going to move it. I don't know to which room, but for now it's holding the dishes and the pots and the pans and the shit. I had two cabinets that I got for free. One of our managers, I had called him and been like, I cannot fix these on my mixer. I need them for my house, and I'm not far away. And he was, can you bring the truck? And so he jumped in the company truck and came over, got them for me, unloaded them into the bed of my pickup truck, and we've had them. So we're gonna make those into an island, and I've done a little bit of rearranging. It's like my refrigerator used to be at the far end of the kitchen. Now it's like over here. I rerouted the water supply. My appliances, I think, are immortal. I have one finicky burner on my stove. And I'm not, I don't care what my stuff looks like as long as it works. I'm not that bougie. It'd be nice to have matching appliances, but my refrigerator, I intend to keep this until it dies. Honest to God. I mean, it still makes ice. Yeah, what more could you ask for? It still works ice, you know, you push the button and it still pushes out ice. It pushes out chilled water, you know. Probably should invest in a water filter system. But for, you know, sake of argument, it functions the way it's supposed to. I ain't getting rid of it until it literally fucking dies. If I were to get matching appliances or whatever, I would keep that for other things, like, you know, turn it into a germination station for my garden. And I'd put it out here on the back porch for that. But in any case, for now, getting everything mapped out and deciding how I want to arrange my island, I want to put my dishwasher in the middle. And I'm not exactly sure how to do that. So, yeah. Still working on the kitchen layout. No worries. Anyway, what inspired me to get on here was, of course, another short. Not a person that I actually watch all the time, but I have seen him before. And I thought of something that kind of cracked me up. He was basically critiquing the fact that Kamala Harris cannot think on her feet. And he was saying, yeah, I have a teleprompter that gives me notes, and whatever comes, you know, good, bad, and ugly is what comes, right? I don't even do that. This is entirely unscripted. I think I have probably three videos where I actually wrote notes on a piece of paper to keep me on track of what it was that I wanted to talk about or remember the thoughts that came into my head. It's like, oh, that's brilliant, and write that shit down. You know. She's literally thumbing through a notebook or something. Someone had asked her a question in regard, and it will be linked in the show notes below. You can hear her flipping pages. I find that repulsive. That she doesn't have, ultimately, you know, on the top of her head, what she wants to do. Or goals, or ambitions, or anything like foreshadowing what her goals are as being president. What is her intention? All they are focused on, the DNC, all they are focused on is, you know, bashing and just defamating Trump. And the reason why, and you know, you got the naysayers. And I was sitting there thinking today, because, you know, the last elections, last two, basically they almost divided my family up, because my sister, who doesn't even follow politics, she's going off of the psychological aspects and thought process of her kids, right? And her kids, surprisingly, should be probably more on the Trump train than they could on the, you know, the Democratic train. Now, the one daughter I know for a fact voted for Trump. The other daughter voted for Bernie. I don't know what the middle one did. And I know my sister had voted for Biden. And I asked her after, you know, a little while, I was like, yeah, and how's that working out for you? Because she had expressed the fact that her investments under Trump were like, she goes, my investments. Oh, yeah. Whoa! Yeah, and I said, and how's that working out for you now? And she didn't have anything to say. Now, here's my suggestion. I think everybody should be able to think for themselves in regards to what they desire in a leader. And I watched a short earlier, and I did not save it, and I should have, because it gives a perfect representation of stupidity. Absolute stupidity. I don't vote on the basis of likeness. I vote on the basis of who's going to be able to fill the position and do the best job. And if neither of the candidates I feel are going to do the job, I don't fucking vote. Period. I thought, personally, in my own perspective, in my own opinion, that Al Gore would have done a better job than Bush. My own personal opinion. But prior to that, with Clinton, my parents, who were staunch Democrats, did not vote for Clinton that year. They voted Republican that year. Mm-hmm. Yep. I liked Clinton, but I didn't vote. I was going through basic training during the election. And I didn't bother to. I was just hopeful that he would get it. But I don't think I was registered. But in any case, the point is, if you're not confident in what candidates are being endorsed and or supported by whatever party, any of the endorsements or anybody that's actually running, if you don't feel comfortable with any of your choices, then just don't vote for one. Do not pick lesser of two fucking evils ever. If you are not confident, don't fucking do it. If you don't like your options, don't do it. Some nitwit was sitting there saying, no, I hate Trump. He's got that Trump fucking hatred disorder. I just vote for Kamala, even though I know she's a poor candidate. Don't fucking vote. If you don't like your options, don't fucking vote for any of them. You can decline. You can vote for your House representatives. You can vote for your Senates. There's somebody in there. You don't have to mark the box at all. They should have an option, none of the above, on every ballot, that you don't like either of them. You decline to choose. But you are choosing your state representative or your local representative, something of that nature. That I do believe. Hey, if you live in a certain district and you know that representative is good for your district and you want to vote them in, then by all means, yeah. Go to the voting booth and leave them blank. I did not. I don't even know if that's even an option. I never really looked because all the times that I ever voted, I voted for who I knew I wanted to vote for. I didn't look for the I don't give a fuck button. And I think there should be one, none of the above button. So this short that I was talking about where Kamala cannot think on her feet, I think on my feet. I come into my rants unscripted. I think of a topic that I want to talk about. I start talking about it, and I basically shoot from the hip from there on out. Someone asked me a question. You ask me a question in my comments, I'll answer you. I don't think I have enough subscribers to do a live. I think you need 100. Yeah, no one's gonna fucking tune into my shit. I'll be talking to myself just like I do now. So, no harm, no foul. I'm not worried about it. But the point is that if you don't know who the fuck you want to vote for, don't vote for anybody. Don't even bother taking the day to go do it. If you're not following politics and you don't understand how everything works and you're not confident with who the fuck is running, don't do it. Period. There's a lot of what was his name? Crenshaw? Yeah. He turned out to be a sketchy motherfucker. And a veteran at that. Had us all fooled. Know what you're voting for. And if you don't like your options, don't fucking do it. Period. Every vote matters. And if you choose fucked up because of a sociological twisted concept and a psychological bias, then don't fucking vote. I didn't. Fucking 16 and a half years, and I served in the military. Whoever they voted into fucking office was going to be my commander-in-chief. I didn't have a choice. So I didn't give them one. It was like, doesn't matter what I fucking vote. I gotta deal with whatever the fuck is sitting behind that desk. It doesn't matter what I think. Someone's like, he's going to be your commander-in-chief. I said, if someone fucking comes into this unit and has to be my direct line supervisor commander, do I have a choice on who they send here? Well, no. I said, then what the fuck do I give a shit about who's in charge of the country? Because that guy, I don't have to talk to every fucking day. I don't have an interaction with the damn president of the United States serving in the fucking U.S. military, even though he's considered my commander-in-chief. So what damn difference does it make if I don't have a choice with him? I sure as fuck don't have a choice with my direct line supervising commander. What do I care? What difference is it going to fucking make? Because the shit rolls downhill. If you don't like who you got for options, don't fucking choose. Fuck, it's kind of like dating. You're on a dating site. You sit there and you look at people, read their profiles. Oh, he's good looking. Oh, he's a Democrat. Never mind. Click. We ain't even gonna inquire. Because that right there is going to cause political tension. It's going to cause tension from the start. Keep going. Keep looking. Nope. Nope. Something is going to cause tension. Nope. You find one. You don't like the options on a dating app, you stay single. Unless you're fucking desperate and you just take whatever you can get. I ain't desperate. But I am smart enough to know when a candidate is bad for this country, I ain't thinking about me. I'm thinking about everybody else. Biden was bad for this country. And on the grounds of everybody else, the options that we had before that, I really didn't have an opinion. And it didn't matter. My opinion didn't matter. One, I was overseas. I didn't have to deal with half of the shit that was going on during that 4 years. I was overseas in that 4 years. None of it affected me. Not one bit of it. It didn't affect me until I got home. That's when I started to decide. The only times I've ever voted is when I was a civilian. Yep. And I did not vote for the person that got elected. Except this time. I voted for Trump this time. The first time he ran. I voted for him the second time he ran. He did not come into office. I personally think that election was severely compromised. Severely. I think that January 6th was set up in order to eliminate any kind of debate over how that election was run. You had people who were on the opposing side. There were people who were defending the Trump supporters after that election, saying, no, that place was a zoo. They fucked up. This ain't right. And they knew that Trump should have won, even though they voted for Biden. Or they voted for whatever, I can't remember her name, the female liberal. Or that male, the other male liberal that they had on the ballot. You had liberals coming in saying, no, it was bad. I saw a lot of things that were illegal. A lot. In defense. I think it was Arizona. In Nevada. Michigan. There's a lot of them. But yeah, I do believe that the election was in fact stolen from Trump, and it's because Trump is not part of the establishment. And I think a lot of the country is now waking up to the fact that there is a shadow government that is in control of most of the Democrats that are put into office. And only a few of the Republicans. Just something to think about. Who really is in charge?